group. Yeah. Now I.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo.
It is ready out. Yeah, okay, it's ready now. So when I do like that, I'm telling you that what I was doing is that my audio is delaying. I could tell until it's until it kind of unmute me. Yeah, I know. So I always have that because I put some of my clip on repeat. Sure you get, so that nothing is left out. Kind of, Then the software that is streaming this to everywhere, we then have to kind of, maybe, I don't know, maybe I kind of get it confused, Then we'll have to hold on, play this and all of that, hold out, and then release them within maybe about 5 seconds. I'm sorry. That after my videos that, you know what I mean, like the voice or the audio kind of just, and I become using the sign language. But when I do like that, I'm trying to tell you that it's yet to release me. Let's use that as a code. When my video stop playing and I'm like that, say, Mayegun, are you okay? Say, you will know that I am yet to be released. That's the code, right? Alhaji Haruna in Ghana, with other people he called the Nigerians in Ghana, right? They staged that protest and they were going to do that for days to encourage ECOWAS to quickly do what they have to do and return the former president back to power. They said he's been eating dry rice. It's not been offered medical, all those things that you've read about, Sha. So let's go to Niger, where Abdusalami Abubakar met with Bazoum. That's his name, Bazoum. So Bazoum in Niamey is already awaiting trial for treason, high treason. That's what the junta want to try him for, high treason. But he met with Abdusalami Abubakar in Niamey. They had a bit of a chit chat. Hi. Then Abdusalami has something to say. Watch this. So that was Bazoum with Sultan of Sokoto, Abdusalami Abubakar, former head of state of Nigeria, and their delegation. And after the meeting, they also met with the junta, right? The junta told them, what I'm going to tell you soon, all right? So after meeting with Bazoum, here.
To mun gan shi mun ji nashi ra'ayin da kuma abin da aka yi mashi, kuma akwai wasu 'yan matsaloli da yake tare da shi wanda ya mana bayani wanda za mu je mu gaya mu shugabanninmu.
A takaice ba wani bayani kenan.
To wato dai kina so ki ce in gaya miki abin da ya ce, wannan kuma ai ba zan yi mashi adalci, ba zan yi mashi shugabannin na adalci ba. Ya kamata su ji daga gare mu, daga wurin mu tukuna kafin ku yada labari. Kin san da na faɗi maki yanzu kafin je hotel ma kun watsa.
Amma na kai akwai alamun haske akan tattaunawa da ake ciki.
To akwai, alhamdulillah, ba shakka wannan taro da aka yi, Allah ya samu.
Don't ask me what he said if you won't believe what I'm going to say now, okay? So in a nutshell, he was telling them that the meeting was fine, the Bazoum was okay, and they received them well, and they are still talking for peaceful ways of resolving this and all of that, and they left. Do you believe me? I'm not saying I haven't left one or two things out, okay? But, I mean, just to put you on the track of what he said. The people of Nigeria are suffering. That was what that Alhaji Sule in Ghana said. Alhaji Sule in Ghana said Nigerians are suffering under the junta. That is, I don't think that is so true, especially after the Mr. Shiani, Abina Chani, their new leader, made a kind of a state or nationwide broadcast to tell them that their plan is to leave the power in 3 years. Expectedly, that's what the military will say. Then, in a year or two, the guy go remove the khaki, he go wear agbada, and he will then run for president. So they can say, President Shiani. That's the drill, Abi. Anyway, he made a nationwide broadcast to tell them that, listen, we're going to live in 3 years. With all this plot against our country and the rest, we will stand up and defend our country, like everybody will say, right? Anybody in his position will say. But how about the Nigerians themselves? Sorry to those who don't understand French. I believe he's speaking French here, right? So I've played that partly. And hopefully later tonight I can show you the full clip subtitled, okay? But here is that the leader of Niger, the junta leader.
Nigériens, mes chers compatriotes, depuis le 30 juillet dernier, nous vivons dans notre chair les sanctions d'une ampleur sans précédent prises contre notre pays, le Niger, et son peuple suite aux événements du 26 juillet 2023. Ces sanctions visent notamment à nous priver de ressources financières indispensables au fonctionnement de nos institutions, à entraver notre vie quotidienne et à étouffer notre économie et le petit commerce. En outre, ces sanctions vont jusqu'à priver délibérément nos laborieuses populations de tout approvisionnement en produits alimentaires et pharmaceutiques. Finalement, comme s'il y avait un plan visant le démantèlement de notre pays, la CEDEAO s'apprête.
General, we'll come back to you later. So that was your general, right? Do you want to see the Nigerians themselves? I'll show you. Let's go to Niger. They are not Nigerians. Those ones are Nigerians. You will think that them, war they come to. You will think those are the people that are expecting ECOWAS attack soon. So they need to go and hustle for food. Give us food, or give us food. No. Now the people whose government want to attack another country, they beg for food. So, but do you want to see the people they want to go and attack? They are queuing up behind there. They are queuing up around the stadiums in their country, as volunteers, ready to be recruited into the volunteering army of Niger Republic. They are not begging for food, by the way. Supposed people were supposed to be in problem. Oh. You didn't see the irony of life, I'll take you to Niger. First, the women. Baba, I love women. Especially when women are involved in a social conscious crusade. I love women. And these are Nigerian women already at the forefront. Oh, wait. Let's first go to those who are signing up to be recruited into the Nigerian army, right? Let's go to that first. They are called volunteers to defend the fatherland. It doesn't mean that they are going to accept all of them, but those who actually came out to be signed up, sign us up, young people. And as for women, like I said, I love it when women are involved.
Choose device is ready to pair.
Those are the people that Nigeria want to go and rescue from the junta. And how do they welcome those they call the friendly army entering their country to come and help them? Do you want to see that too? And I bet you this is not how they're going to welcome any Nigerian soldier into their territory right now. This is not how they're going to welcome Ghanaian, Togolese, Beninois, or Israelian soldiers as ECOWAS into their country. But they are ready. They are not stupid. They are aware. They are on social media like everybody. Like they are kind of ready. See how they are with those they believe are friendly soldiers. That's some pin there for you, right? I think I should have warned you, right? I should have warned you that, hey, there's so much pin honking, oh, and your entire room right now is about pin. Well, that's one clip there. I've got a few others, so I'll keep them for later. So it simply means that no matter how they are, to be honest, right? No matter how they are presenting it to you who are in Nigeria, that is nothing, okay? It's actually like what is going on right now in that region is like the brewing of war. That could be anything at any time. Nigeria is leading ECOWAS to go and fight war with Niger, a proxy war that doesn't in any way benefit Nigeria or Nigerians. But they are flagging the democracy nonsense that they are saying. An illegitimate president of Nigeria is leading an illegitimate war against a neighboring country. That is actually the cocoa, sure you get. So we have been told that when the whole thing begin to go down, anytime the first gun is shot, is fired, then you have no idea where this can end. It's not going to be anything for ECOWAS walking into Niger Republic and then walk straight into the Niamey and take out the junta. So if they are telling you that in Nigeria, they are not telling you the whole truth. The whole truth. Because you may just be right there in Lagos shopping, minding your business. And they will tell you, you just be like, boo, what's going on? Bomb being dropped in Lagos, bomb being dropped in Abuja, bomb being dropped in Accra, and all these places across Africa. It's called regional, and it is proxy war. Look at those who are involved. You realize that majority of them have no business there. If everybody is minding their business, France, they in Africa, they disturb them. Nigeria is in Nigeria, Ghanaians are in Ghana, everybody's in their own country. You know what I mean? Like doing their own thing. Allowing them to exercise their sovereignty, who they want to deal with, who they want to relate with. That is the sovereignty of countries. When you look at all these people who are going to be involved, they no get business there. Proxy war. Now everybody go collect now. Do you think the battleground is just going to be Niger? When Niger to Nigeria, it's just less than 45 to 1 hour. Less than 45 minutes flight. They are there, drop it, fly back. When Burkina Faso, Mali, share border with Ghana, with Benin Republic, and they too can launch from anywhere too. Like, it's not going to be a tea party. Whatever they are telling you in Nigeria, well, the homegrown terrorists, those ones who have the capacity to shoot down a fighter jet, a government military chopper in Nigeria. That's homegrown, no? I haven't considered other parts of, because in the last few days, Baba, the war that is going on in the Sahel, I bet is part of what is kind of delaying their ECOWAS attack. Make I just remind you. The war in the Sahel has also extended to Nigeria. Between this, even the terrorists are fighting war among themselves right now. Boko Haram versus ISWAP. 3 days ago, report, Boko Haram killed over 100 members of ISWAP, a terrorist group. So, they decided to have a duel. Let us face ourselves and fight. Whoever survived, right? From both ends, they killed maybe another 100 from both sides. Right? Now, they have rescheduled another duel. Inside their same Sambisa forest, they are there. ISWAP and the rest of them. Niger State in Nigeria alone is a house to more than 6 terrorist groups in Nigeria alone, with their loyalists to their different, especially those ones with Fulani, lineage and all that. Those ones who believe that they are citizens of Africa and they are from everywhere. They converge in Niger Republic. That's what their governor said, not just me. Their governor said, listen, this crisis can be managed. We'll talk to them. Don't kill soldiers anymore. Don't do all of this anymore. Let's figure it out. They don't want military there. In Nigeria. So when this whole thing starts and blah, 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 right? Don't think they will need to go and bring somebody from Niger Republic to attack any part of Nigeria just as a way of saying, yeah, you are not far away from us too. I mean, I don't know how this is going to go, but I can tell you for free, it is not looking good. It's not going to go, going to end well, right? Because this issue of religion, I don't know where to start from, but I think at this point, let everybody, doesn't matter your religion or your belief, or even if you don't have any belief, let everybody understand something, that whatever you believe in, wherever that your right starts and end, is where somebody else's starts. And all you need to do is just to respect that boundary. Okay? Tolerance and the rest of that. You know why I'm saying this? As a Yoruba man, I have spoken on this few times, or many times, by the way, talking about religion over culture, tradition, including those who publicly reject the Yoruba Isheshe, Yoruba traditional religion. And this is more pronounced lately in Kwara State, especially Ilorin, the Emirates. I mean, we have been here when we saw the video of one recalcitrant, ignorant Islamic fanatic in that same Kwara State, threatening to beat up the Yaolorishas, who were just like performing their own ritual in their own religious way. And we were like, what happened to the secular state of Nigeria? That everybody should respect everybody. Why should some people's right to this particular religion overshadow or be supreme to the right of my own right to serve or face this particular religion? This conversation was still going on. Oh. A lot of us took insults, more than insults, that some of these Islamic Muslim people, especially in Ilorin, they were reaching, I mean, fundamental human rights and the right to religion, right to peaceful association. All this should be more kind of defended. The people who are like Yorubas, who are supposed to be on their land as Yorubas, we even took a jibe, we even kind of sent out jibes to the Yoruba Ronus. Remember that if there's anything for you to Ronu about, it is about this religion intolerance that is taking place in Yoruba land, which they have kind of politically schemed as north central of Nigeria. The Yorubas should come with right senses, and those of them who are talking about Ronu, what are they thinking about what is going on with Yorubas in Ilorin? What is their take on the persecution that the Yoruba traditionalists are facing in Kwara State? Okay, economic marginalization, political marginalization, and so many other marginalized, even the marginalization of their right to worship. We condemned it. This was unacceptable. I was angry. I was raging, just like I am right now. How could they let that happen? Like, if the Yorubas valued Yoruba land very well, you value Yoruba so much, and this is the point where you have to tell yourself that this is unacceptable. Genuinely. But we haven't finished that, and I realized that sometimes our people are not even different from one another. Disappointingly. Look at this story. It's a story of a young man who has been taking on, let me tell you something. This issue of supremacy, religion, this and that in Nigeria, lately, especially with this social media, a lot of them have, a lot of people have kind of rising up, spewing a lot of balderdash, misrepresenting this complicated issue. And I'll tell you, different characters. You see them as Muslims, you see them as Christians, and lately as Babalawos and Mamalawos, Unculawos and Brotherlawos, here and there, Oshunbi, Oshungbe, Oshun Kemi, and all of that on social media. So beautiful to see. I follow some of them on social media, just kind of to refresh that my feeling of the originality of tradition. You know something about culture, right? That I've kind of figured out, right? Culture, or tradition is our only link to our past, which is who we are, to remind us of where we are from and things that actually symbolically stood us out as a people. Tradition and culture. Whether you are now a Christian, a pastor, which is beautiful, lovely, and you are now a sheikh or imam or afa, fantastic, lovely, your choice. There's something that will always remind you where you come from. You shouldn't hate it if you don't hate yourself. When you hate your tradition to the point that you want it to go into extinction and you are violently asking that to happen, erase it. You're not doing yourself a favor. You are not. Respect it. Abi? But we have overzealous, ignorant people who are misrepresenting a lot of things. Like I said, you possibly have, let me see if I still have it. Yeah, you possibly have seen this story. It's been trending for days. Tanto Olorun. Abi Tani Olorun rather. See, Tani Olorun is a name this young man gave to himself as a traditionalist. He became famous on social media by promoting the ethic, the teachings, and so many other lost things that this generation seems to be ignoring. He started bringing them back enough that you would be interested in that knowledge, you know, like passing that knowledge to more people. Then this wahala of Isheshe Day started. And like everybody took position, condemned the position of this Islamic people in Ilorin. No, you can't do that. That's wrong. I mean, come on, tolerance now. They're not coming out to go and preach, and you're not seeing them coming to the mosque to come and share pamphlet and say, come and join our Isheshe. They're not doing that. They're not going to people's places. They just want to practice and exercise their own right. We all condemned it, didn't we? He condemned them too, like everyone else. But I don't know. I didn't know that behind the scene, a lot of them have taken it too far. They have taken it too far to the point that they have started like exchanging threats on top of this on social media. Okay? So initially, the report was this guy insulted the Emir of Ilorin, which according to me, it wouldn't be an insult if you say the Emir of Ilorin or the police, they have no right to stop people from practicing their Isheshe. In fact, me, I will bring that Isheshe to Ilorin. That is not an insult. But in Nigeria, it's an insult. Here you get. So I was like, why would you arrest somebody because of that? Then they came with another story. Oh, he said that the commissioner of police in Kwara must be sleeping with one of these Islamic people, and that is the wife of one of these Islamic affairs. And that is why he's only listening to them and not to the other people. That's why he told them that no Isheshe Day in Kwara. So that's like defamation, Abi, defamation of character, allegation that he will need to prove, Abi. Well, if he said that, that is also not something that you would arrest him for. You will only sue him for saying that. But Nigeria, they arrest you to teach you a lesson. You see, these two things were like, they are not adding up. Why would you arrest him? Why would you kidnap him from Ibadan? And take him to Ilorin? So I was curious until when I came across a video of our own brother trying to prove what? He was tearing the Quran. That there is no law against it. So make I quickly tell you before we go deeper. There is no law in Nigeria that is against tearing Quran or tearing Bible, because by logic, technically, Anybody who is not a Christian, who is not a Muslim, they can tell you they don't believe those books are holy. So by law, if you take them to court, you can't win them. But let's leave law now. Okay? At least just for a second. It doesn't make any sense for you to get so kind of stupid to pick up a Bible because you wanted to prove what to Christians and start tearing it. I mean, you deliberately, you are disrespecting their religion and asking them what can they do? What will they do to you? That is provocation. You don't pick up the Quran, because you don't believe in it, and then start tearing it because you want to prove what? It is just like somebody who says he's an Afa, walk straight into that your shrine and start demolishing everything because he doesn't believe in them. Isn't that a provocation? So when I saw that video, it took me aback. Like, what are you proving? You want to prove to the Afars in Ilorin that nothing will happen to you by tearing the Quran? I'll show you. Apologies to all of you who are going to see this video again in case if this kind of makes you uncomfortable, okay? Please. This is just for educational purpose, right? For the record.
lẹ́yìn náà kìí ọ̀sùn àwọn kan táyé pé olùjọpọ̀ lọ rú bẹ́ẹ̀ fún àwọn tí wọ́n rò pọ̀ náà ló sùn kalẹ̀ ìkọ̀rọ̀ ọlọ́run ni fún àti fẹ́ sún kí gbẹ̀yìn orí ìgbàlẹ́ ìlàgbé wa sẹ́ni ẹ máa mọ kùránì kẹ́ bá gbé máa sùn sí ìbáyìí sùláfì Yusuf lélẹ̀ sùláfì Mohammed wà mẹ́ kò sí wàtá lè sùn fẹ́ sùn kùránì ẹ̀kẹ́yìn orí kò síwè tó jẹ́wé ọlọ́run kọ̀wé ẹ̀kan ṣe dáadáa sí ọlọ́run bẹ́ẹ̀ tó ní ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sísọ àbíkí lọ bá kọ́ra ní ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sísọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sísọ láti ẹ̀sìn tí ò lè sọ ẹ̀sìn bí ọdún ìwé ìjẹun òṣèlú tí ò lè sọ láti ìsìn ó lè fi lè fún lè sọ ẹ̀rọ pé alọ́lọ́ lè pẹ́ tó ṣe fún mọ̀jẹ̀ èmi nìkan náà mú tó láti ṣe ẹlòmínà tó lè ṣe kò sí ẹ̀rọ tí ó ṣe ìgbà ní ní afẹ́sùn ní kẹ́mọ̀ pé kò sí ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn náà kọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn dáadáa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ o ọkùnrin dáadáa wà bẹ́ẹ̀ tó lè sọmọ yẹn láǹfààní kéde àkóso bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀yìn ní apc ọ̀rọ̀ tó lè sọmọ yẹn láǹfààní wà bẹ́ẹ̀ kéde àkóso bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n yẹn ló kọ́ báwọn mùsùlùmí kan ti wà pé ọlọ́wọ́ alá ló kọ́ afárá ló kọ́ ó yẹ ká lọ́ọ́ mọ gáìdẹ̀ ó yẹ kó mọ gáìdẹ̀ mo ṣe ń jáì mo fẹ́ sùn ó yẹ kó mọ gáìdẹ̀ àgbẹ̀sọ̀ tó ọlọ́wọ́ ọba tó wà lọ́kọ́ kò sáwa Yorùbá àwọn ọmọ sọ́ọ́nù wà fún láti gáìdẹ̀ láti protect wọn ọlọ́run tó wà lọ́wọ́ Yorùbá ó fún ṣìtọ̀ pupa lọ káyọ̀ wá pé aláàyẹ gbọ́dọ̀ kan ṣe sínú pépà kan ló kọ sí ni àti pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí wọ́n fi padà lórí irú ẹ wò mí ẹyẹ mọ́ báyìí dáná kẹ́kẹ́ mọ́ gáàsì rèé sẹ́rí ó jójú kándù lọ ọlọ́run mi ò láìsí pẹtrol náà bí ẹ̀dọ́ mọ́jọ sójú àbí òjò ẹjẹ tó já sí Suratu Mariam ẹgbọ́ òkè Suratu Mariam mo tún jáde Suratu Mariam mo tún jáde náà bí ẹ̀dọ́ mọ́jọ kò ní.
Now, I know some of you, like I said, if morally, when you watch that video, all right, if morally you think he did nothing wrong, well, that's fine. Somebody said, no, it is not a provocation. He bought the Quran himself with his money. It's not that he took it from anybody. So it's not a provocation. Another one said, Mayegun, why are you talking like this? How many times have you seen our fasts who have gone, gone into shrines to destroy deities? So that person was practically asking me, what did I do to that? He wants me to do something. You see that? What about? But we all can pretend and ignore the obvious. Because you see, for every action, there is always an expected counter reaction. Like I told you, I checked your laws. Even though Nigeria know they obey law, I checked. There is nowhere. Are you with me? There is nowhere that this what he did is against any law. There's nowhere. But we know Nigeria, the religious Nigeria. So you have a targeted audience and you have a targeted reaction. Why do it? To prove what? I know he has more knowledge about the Quran himself because he happened to be a Muslim. He was a Muslim before he became a Sheshe guy. But do you know where the whole kind of thing could be a little bit more upsetting? Was that the police that should know the law, or maybe find another means or ways of kind of resolving this between all of them. Nigeria police swung into action, kidnapped the young man from Ibadan, took him straight to Ilorin, to those afar. And when they saw him, they were so happy. I think I had a clip of that scene. Let me see. I think I this. Yes, ìjọba ẹ ṣé o, wọ́n ti mú. And they celebrated because he was on his way to jail. The police was able to lock him up. And they brought charges against him. And I think I put that charges on the screen earlier. Let's even read part of the charges. All right. Here. Where is that again? One sec. Yeah, I think there. So sorry, I've got bad eyes, so I'm gonna be staring on the screen to read part of this. So they say nature of offense: criminal conspiracy, insulting or exciting contempt of religious creed, criminal defamation and inciting disturbance, contrary to section 97, 210, 392, and 114 of Penal Code. You see that nonsense they quoted there? The nonsense they quoted there is pretty much for if, for example, you are asking people, you're asking people that they should attack any Muslim they see. Like you incite, tell them, oh yeah, any Muslim you see, oh yeah. But the way they will explain it is that because of what he did, he could incite Muslims to start attacking people or destroying properties. So because of that, they are charging him for that criminal conspiracy to cause blah, 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 blah. I promise you this. If their evidence is that video in any court, even in that corrupt Nigeria court, except if they mandate them that they must jail him, he cannot be found guilty of any. I mean, he can't. But on the moral ground, is it we as Yorubas to actually prove that a lot of us will rather stick to our tradition as a way of life, of worship, and we must respect that. And these are people who are kind of becoming endangered species too. And all coming from those intolerant people who believe that their religion is probably supreme than the others. Okay, in another part of Yoruba land, in Lagos State, Monday tomorrow has been declared Isheshe Day. Ogun State has declared a day for Isheshe. Same thing with Ekiti Osun. And Ibadan, Oyo State, they declared tomorrow as Isheshe Day. Okay? So if there are ways to show that we are Yorubas and we have something of value, very, very of a great value to us, we don't need anybody's validation. You don't need to burn anybody's Quran. You don't need to burn anybody's Bible. You don't need to become that voice on social media that is in rivalry with all of them because you have something to prove. You don't have anything to prove. A lot of those you want to prove something to, they know they came from this background too. If they are living that they don't want to touch it and the rest of them, you don't owe them that explanation. Talk less of you trying to prove to them, Isheshe is this or that. We all need to remember this, or else we'll become the same people we condemn. If there are those who are endangered more religiously in Nigeria today, well, you will say the traditionalists are becoming one too after the Christians. The most endangered people in Nigeria because of religion are Christians. They have been the victims. Thousands of them have been killed for religious reasons in northern Nigeria, in southern Nigeria. There are record of all this, right? The next is when it comes to religion, the traditionalist. So when we have a chance of celebrating that Isheshe, that is the moment you would have to showcase what it is worth. And for those who are really, really into it, it is time as well for you to change the orientation. You are not in competition with anybody. I mean, I grew up in Ijebu. There was no competition. There were no competitions. Mosque, churches, shrines, and other places and festivals, they all coexist and happen all together. And all of us are existing and living together, growing together, without saying, oh, you, Omo, ya Olorisha, you, Omo, ya this or that. Oh, we don't want to, you know what? No. Now we have our own children who are going to be in this world today to being raised and kind of being told that something is better than, I mean, some people are better than some other people because of where they come from, because of the religion they follow. When you have a chance of anything at all, leave that to those who want something to prove. As traditionalists, you have nothing to prove to anybody. And you shouldn't even try. How many of those people who are shouting Jesu, Jesu, Allah, Allah, are seen ending up at your own different places, seeking help? How many of them? They do so secretly because they are ashamed of what they publicly condemn, but secretly embrace. So why do you have to prove anything to anybody on social media? Why do you have anything to show to anybody that Isheshe is this, Isheshe is that? Do your thing. Don't argue with anyone. Don't, to the point of tearing Bible or tearing Quran. To do what? Exactly. I mean, not the same people where they shout Jesus, Jesus, they come to all those places as well. No people where they shout Alaja, 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 Alaji. Are they not the same? I grew up in Odogbolu, so I am telling you what I know. Imoya Alaja that we have to take to what do you call it? Imoya Alaji Tamakolo Sigbodu. Now Alaja go they tell us say now this thing where they do for Mecca too. Alaja will tell you good in their mouth. They come to Odogbolu to come and to go to Igbodu. You know what is Igbodu? That's the moment we are kind of it's like an atonement. It's kind of a rebirth. A process, a sort of a 7 days process that you go through. Cleansing, kind of. So they still come there to patronize you. So why do you want to kind of make yourself a competitor with them? I don't see reason why, except for clout and all that. And I don't see reason why you should tear a Quran. So I advise he gets a good lawyer so that they can indeed let him know that leave law out of this. So morally is absolutely wrong. And that video is going to be there forever. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Prove waiting. That Allah is not Allah. What is your business? That Jesus is not Jesus. What's your business? That if you tear a Quran, nothing will happen to you. Like, are you for real? All these are not going to help us. We are not fanatics. So I have seen Isheshe. Now when you provoke them, you know what those things, Now when you provoke them, they don't go out there to go and prove anything to anybody. So that everybody can now accept Isheshe or what. And for the Nigerian system, pretenders who are pretending that they are protecting the Muslim in Ilorin, you are not protecting them. You are planting. In fact, what you are doing is that you are watering the seed of discord, this seed of division within the people that could coexist without having to use religion to extinguish one another. You're not helping. If my own message helps you, as Oloshun, as Olorisha, as all the oníṣẹ̀ṣe pátápátá káàkiri gbogbo ayé. You have nothing to prove to anybody. Do your thing, and satisfy your own conscience and heart. It's your choosing. It's your worship. And I don't think it's going anywhere. It's not. So I'm going to leave it at that. And I will see you some other time, okay? I was going to take calls, but no. Let's wait till the next time, okay? Prince Jejeman, I want to say a big thank you to you for reaching out to us on Yoruba Union with your own donation. I want to say thank you to these following people, by the way. There's another person. Hang on. I think I'm going to need to open the app, all right? So we have Prince Jejeman who reached out. I also have, let's check that name. One moment. Allahu, my opener. Sorry if you don't mind. And that is Mr. Allahu. Thank you very much. I got yours as well. Brilliant. And on PayPal, I also got one from you. If you are also watching, I'm sending my thanks to you as well. Okay, and that is Mujisola Onikoyi. God bless you, my dear lady. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So before you leave, like that broadcast, okay? Share it. I'm going to see you later tonight, hopefully. So thank you, and I'll see you then.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Mayegun dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Nayibi #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé. gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.